Hey Stephanie. So I wanted to play with my new resin printer, and why not make use up the nice at the same time? So I sliced up a little keychain that I think you're really gonna like. It's a little Saint Bernard. Um, but this is the first step, so that's in the printer here. There's actually a vat of resin, and that's what all this white stuff is here. And then this tray here around the outside has a clear plastic film on the bottom. And then there's an LCD up here. And so essentially what it's doing is it's flashing an image on the LCD, which is curing the resin. And then the printer moves up a little bit and detaches it from that bottom film. And then it moves it back down and does another layer over and over and over and over again. And if we get down a little closer here and look, you can watch it move up and down. So it moves up and then back down to where it should be, and then it'll expose it again. And it just kind of does that forever and ever. So if you look here, we have 1,542 more layers to do. We're on layer 55 right now. So after this is complete, then it goes into the alcohol bath. So it gets swirled around in this machine for 10 or 15 minutes. And then I'll clean up all the extra little supports and things I had to put on it. And then from there it goes into the curing station, so it gets a UV cure all around. So we'll put it in this for probably 10 or 15 minutes, and then it'll be nice and hard when it's done. And then try to find a cute keychain for it, and I'll hand it to you. So I'll kind of walk you through this whole process as we go through it. Okay, so it finished. And you can see how it kind of came out there. It's upside down, and all the supports and things on it make it look a little bit goofy. But now what we're going to do, excuse me for a second here. Put that down, and then all we do, actually before I touch any of that stuff, I'm going to open up my alcohol bin here. And then here, let's go a little wider. There we go. And then, so this thing comes off. We just want to make sure we don't drip. It all just goes straight in there. Bloop. So, give this maybe like a 15-minute wash. Essentially, there's a little spinner down on the bottom that's controlled by a magnet. This bucket doesn't actually even hook. There's no attachment, it's just sucked down with a magnet. But now it'll just kind of move around for the next 15 minutes and clean off all the extra resin that didn't cure, and then we'll move it over to the curer here. Okay, so the 15-minute wash in the alcohol bath is done, and all I've done is taken it out and just let it dry on top. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get it off of this bottom plate here, and then we'll put it into the curing machine here. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so I've got the pup out and off the plate, and I just used a scraper to get it off the plate. But now what I'm doing is taking these flush cutters here and just slowly peeling away the supports from the dog. And the reason that we have the supports on there in the first place is because if the dog was just 4 paws onto the plate, at some point when the layers start pulling back and forth, it would actually probably detach from that top plate. And the reason, so I put it at an angle, you do all the fancy supports and stuff, and then this is the surface area you get instead to fight against that. So it's like a constant tug of war that's kind of happening. And if you don't do it right, it'll fail. So that's why I have it set up that way. But I'm going to keep clipping off all these little guys here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so now she goes into the UV cure station here. So there's LEDs that run up and down these 2 towers here, and then there's some underneath. And what we're going to do is just put that guy on there. Put the lid on, and then we'll set it for, I'll probably do 15 minutes. So 15, and then click it one more time to start. And so now it's just gonna slowly go around in circles for the allotted time. And all this is doing, so the resin is still really soft right now, like it's flexible and you can easily scrape it. So you take the supports off while it's still soft and flexible, and then you cure it the rest of the way, and it'll become really stiff and firm, I guess. So, so that's kind of it. So I hope you enjoy it.